What's happening? Joe's Picks here with some more free daily leans and picks. Had another free pick winner last night in which we took the Boston Celtics at +4 against the Raptors, and the Celtics actually went on to win that game as Jason Tatum pretty much went off. We extended our free pick record to 2-0 for the week. Great start, and we are now on an 11-5 run. And time to get into our free leans and picks for this Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Down there at the bottom of the screen, you can see our free pick, and we are taking the Clippers at -8 tonight over the Spurs. But for our leans, we are leaning with Team Finland today in the bronze medal game. We are also leaning with the Lakers at -9 tonight, and we are leaning with Damian Lillard over 28 total points. And time for our first lean before we get into our free pick, in which we are leaning with Team Finland and their money line tonight over Team Russia in the World Juniors IIHF tournament. And this is just a small lean as both teams are demoralized. Canada ended up beating Russia 4-0 yesterday, and the U.S. ended up beating Finland 4-3 with a late goal just over a minute to go in the game for Team U.S. to win. And this is going to be the bronze medal game between Team Finland and Team Russia. And Finland teams are known as teams that give 100% effort 100% of the time. As cliche as that sounds, they will be giving it their all no matter what the game situation is. Whereas on the other side, Russia's had a little bit of an inconsistent tournament. They beat Team USA in their first game, but then were shut out 2-0 against the Czechs in their second game. So for that reason, we have a small lean on Finland and the money line in this one. And for our second lean, we are leaning with the Los Angeles Lakers at -9 tonight at the Memphis Grizzlies. LeBron is a game-time decision, but as most of you know, he's a game-time decision every game and has been a game-time decision since the first game of the season when he suffered a little ankle injury. But he is yet to miss a game this season and has played in every single one. In their last matchup, which was a couple days ago, the Lakers won 108-94, and after the first quarter, they were actually down by 11. In the first quarter, the Grizzlies dropped 36 points. But then the Lakers turned up their defensive game and only allowed Memphis to score 58 points over the next 3 quarters. And we could see the Lakers standing tall on defense again tonight from tip-off, and without Memphis having their true scorer in Ja Morant as he is out again, Memphis is just going to have a tough time keeping up with the Lakers in this one. So we are leaning with the Lakers to cover their spread at -9. And for our third and final lean before we get into our free pick, we're leaning with the over for Damian Lillard total points in their game tonight at 28 at 10:30 against the Bulls. In his last game, he watched Steph Curry drop 62 points on him, and believe you me, that is going to fire up Dame Dollar. And he's also had 4 30-point games out of his 6 games this season. And the 2 games in which he didn't reach the 30-point mark were against the Utah Jazz and the Los Angeles Clippers, who are very good defensive teams. And he will be squaring off against the Bulls tonight, and the Bulls' defense is not very good. They are last in the league in opponent points per game, and they are giving up 121.3 points a game. They are 24th in the league in opponent field goal percentage, in which opponents are shooting 48.1%. And they are 21st in the league in opponent 3-point percentage, in which opponents are shooting 37.5%. So Damian Lillard against a poor defensive team, we could see him going off tonight. So we are leaning with the over 28 total points for him in this one. And time to get into our free pick, in which we are picking the Los Angeles Clippers at -8 tonight at home against the San Antonio Spurs. Clippers are coming off a big win in which they beat the Suns 112-107, and Paul George had 39 points in that one. But this game was a game where the Clippers were actually up by 20 at halftime and allowed the Suns to get back in the game in the second half. So we could see the Clippers looking to dominate for all 48 minutes in this one and not to have a lackluster second half. And in the defensive comparison, the Clippers are giving up 108.6 points per game and are 4th in the league in opponent 3-point percentage, in which opponents are only shooting 32.7%. On the other side, the Spurs are giving up 115.2 points per game and are second to last in the league an opponent three-point percentage in which opponents are shooting 41.1%. And this is going to be interesting because the Clippers on offense are the second best three-point shooting team in the league based on percentage at 41.7%. And although the Spurs are an above average three-point shooting team as well, they will be against the best defense they have played all year. And in the Spurs' last 3 games, they have played against good three-point shooting teams in the Jazz and the Lakers. And in those 3 games, they're giving up 120 points per game, and the opponents are shooting 49% from 3. So in this one, the Clippers should cover the spread by 8. We could see them playing a full game tonight, not just a great first half like they did against the Suns. So that's why our free pick is with the Clippers tonight. And those are free daily leans and picks brought to you by Joe's Picks on this January 5th. Looking to push our week free pick record to 3-0 and to extend our run to 12-5. And we'll see you.